Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton for EMSNow. I'm here at APEX 2011 in Las Vegas, and I'm joined by Peter van den Eijnden from JTAG. Peter, thank you very much for joining me. Recent press release just came out regarding collaboration between you and Teradyne. Start by telling me a little bit about that.
Okay. The reason for it is, if you look in the market, specifically in the area of manufacturing, we already have, of course, for a long time, our standalone boundary scan test and in-system programming products. And what we see is that more and more customers are asking and looking for integrated solutions where the boundary scan products are integrated into the in-circuit tester and the flying probe testers from the tester vendors. And as a result of that, we now have the agreement that was announced yesterday with Teradyne about our Symphony solution for the test station and the legacy Genrod station products, for which those are available.
Okay, so they'll be inside their system. And is this a strategy that you see rolling out with other vendors? Do you have other vendors that already do this?
Yeah, we have other vendors for which we also have our Symphony solutions available. There's a whole range of different ICT and functional and flying probe testers, for which we have solutions available.
Okay, and you expect to have more of those relationships moving forward? Do you think that's the solution people prefer rather than a standalone machine?
It differs per manufacturer. It differs based on their size, based on how they have organized the manufacturing lines, the sort of volumes that they produce. So it's not generically said that everybody will go that way. There will be standalone solutions as well as integrated solutions with in-circuit testers, but also integrated solutions with, for example, functional testers. Because also there you can use boundary scan integrated into the functional test environment to avoid yet another step in the process, and thus extra handling of the board. You can avoid that.
So regarding the relationship with the manufacturers like Teradyne, what are the key benefits to having that in there, and do the systems that are in there keep track with all your developments in terms of software?
Yeah, they will. So the benefits for the customer, for the manufacturer in this case, are first of all that they have a single platform in which they can now have boundary scan and the in-circuit test. So that's efficient for them. The second thing is that we, of course, keep our products up to date with the latest developments in the different standards. So if you look at our Symphony product, it not only supports .1 testing, but also the high-speed .6 based testing. Also, the development of the tests can be done offline. So it's test development and debugging offline from the production line. That's, of course, an advantage. And lastly is that the boundary scan test and in-system programming solutions can be used throughout the enterprise, so not only in manufacturing, but also in other steps of the
process.
Yeah, the process.
Okay, and certainly you've got a lead in manufacturing, but also in the research and development department. Your equipment's used there too.
That's essentially the research and development department is another development in the market, if you like. One is the manufacturing area, which is well established already, using the technology for many years. In development, you see that the software engineers use the JTAG interface for debugging their CPU software. The hardware engineers, they use the JTAG interface for programming the PLDs. And we have now introduced a range of products called the JTAG Live products, which enable the hardware engineers to actually use the test, and in case of CPUs, the debug registers, which are built in for actually hardware debugging their boards, which can be a big benefit to them. It makes the boards testable, which again benefits the manufacturers, but also they can use it for their own debug purposes. So I think that's also that's another development.
And in an ideal world, you want it to be in the R&D department and the manufacturing at the same facility.
Yeah, correct. So that they can all benefit from this
and push
technology.
the data through. So that customizing to suit the particular needs of manufacturers must be important, but that must also vary from region to region, where you have different manufacturing dynamics at play.
Of course, because in-circuit testers, if you look at where in-circuit testers are used, that is different around the world. A lot of those are used in the US, maybe some less in Europe, and Asia is again different from that perspective. So it depends a little bit indeed on the geographical area you're looking at.
Okay, well, speaking of geographical areas, we're here in the US market at the premier show here at APEX. What's the US market looking like at the moment? And particularly, what's the first day and a half of the show been like for you?
I think the market in itself looks promising again. I mean, we've all seen the economic recession, of course, in the past 2 years essentially. You see it picking up in worldwide since say second half of last year. Also here at the show, if you look around, it's quite busy. There's a lot more traffic now than last year, in my opinion. Also much more exhibitors here.
So and the exhibitors are smiling
definitely a positive. Exactly. So that's definitely a positive signal in my opinion.
I felt last year that everybody was kind of talking about recovery, but it wasn't really there. This year there seems to be some real evidence in terms of orders. And what about other regions? How's Europe doing for you, and what's going on in Asia?
You see the same effects there. I mean, if you look at, for example, Electronica last year in November, it was extremely busy. Many exhibitors, many halls filled with exhibitors. Lots of visitors there. You see it in other exhibitions as well. And the same in Asia, where of course, if you look in Japan, the recession has been going on for so many years already. And now was what happened recently in Japan. We'll see how that will affect their economics later on.
Okay, well, Peter, thanks very much for talking to me. Thanks for your time, and I hope we'll talk again soon.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.